as a new movement and the hand gesture. So because you're scrolling manually, you can move on, go backwards, maybe stop at certain parts. And as you can see here, the headlights of the cars, all the details, they are very recognizable, whereas the lacquer and the exterior of the cars, they can be more abstract.
这些影像也因为它是就是透过就是人工的这个播放方式，所以其实它可以加快它，但它也可以放慢。那这个影像当中，你会看到有一些比如说像是车灯的这些地方，其实它们是非常容易辨识的。但另外一部分就是有关于比如说像车子的这种就是油漆或者是一些线条，其实它们都是属于是比较抽象的影像。
And as you can see now, it's projected here in the space. If it's a dark space, then the color of the cars and the colors of these samples, it's kind of bouncing backwards into the exhibition space. So because it's a dark space, it will get the color of that particular image.
那如果像这一件作品，它是在一个比较黑暗的空间来做播放的话，其实你会发现它回应到那个就是亚克力上面的那个颜色的状态，其实是非常明显的。然后它的影像的呈现也是会在那个亚克力上面的这个回应也是会非常，就是那个显现出来的颜色其实是会非常明显的。
And the formal aspect here, of course, is very obvious. That are these artificial-looking exteriors of cars. And the more personal aspects are the manual gestures and the way how we're looking at images online. And whether that's something that you only do by sitting behind the screen, or whether it's something that can be incorporated in the work itself.
就是这件作品的概念，其实很明显来自于就是这些影像，其实他们都是非常人工化的这些车子的影像。那透过他的手，也就是透过这种就是人的方式去控制，然后其实它回应到了就是我们现在在很多时候我们现在在看。比如说网络上，或者是在看一些影像的时候，我们跟影像之间的这个关系，以及我们如何控制影像出现，然后以及观看的这种方式。
Okay, 谢谢。Okay, so these were the slides I brought today of the work, but they are installation shots, so it's always interesting how to explain both the immersive environment of a show, because it's very much also about a response that you can have bodily to the work, because you have to experience it. And I use a lot of I use mediums that are like light. They are not always visible, and they can become amplifiers. So it's very interesting to talk a little bit more about that, and I would like to show a few more slides of materials that I have been thinking of in Taipei. Yeah, so to summarize that, because it's a bit long, it's very interesting within my work that it's always about an immersive environment, and that the work needs several elements like light to exist. So it's not something that exists outside of the space most of the time.
他说，我的作品其实是非常需要透过现场的那个装置，以及那个光线，以及影像的那个回应去呈现。所以其实就是没有，就是如果说不是在那个状态里面，其实是有点难去感知、去想象的。那他接下来会介绍一些，就是他正在算是研究或是探索的一些材质。
So this is the shop that I took the pictures of the acrylic. You might know it. I wasn't allowed to take pictures, but I just started, and then they asked me friendly, of course, to not take these pictures. But it made me think about whether I, of course, want to use these plastic materials, and you have them everywhere around the world.
他说：“这是我在这一次在台北的时候所拍到的一间在卖亚克力材质的一间店。那这间店其实他并不能拍摄，但当他知道之前，他已经就是拍了这些影像。那有关于这些就是 塑料或者是亚克力的这些材料，其实他们在这世界上很多的地方都有，他们是一种共通性的材质。那所以他也一直在想说这些材质它可以做些什么。
Okay, and a few. So I did buy a sample. This is just a frost acrylic.
他在那边他也买了，就是几块作为 sample， 就是作为一些回来探索的一些材料。
It's a frost. Yeah, it's just a milky looking. It's not. It's transparent, but.
就这一片其实是半透明的，但它有一点雾面材质的亚克力。
It looks like when the window is frozen. That's why they call it like that.
它看起来有一点像是就是这个窗户被冰冻了，或者是它产生一个雾面的一个效果。
And of course, I saw a lot of very artificial looking materials that I actually loved. This is sugar, not sure how you call it here, but it's just a sugar candy and it's wrapped in plastic and it looks fantastic.
说这是我在台湾看到另外一个有趣的东西哦，这个是就是我们说的棉花糖，然后它们有很多的颜色，然后它们都被就是挤压放在就是被集合，然后放在这个塑胶袋里面。
So and everything is wrapped in plastic. So of course you get everything in plastic, and again that will reflect. And I want to show a few images of artists that I really like their work or they have been inspiring. And one of them is Anne Veronica Janssens. I think she's born in the UK, but she lives in Brussels. And her work is very much about where light starts to exist. It's very abstract. She's a sculptor, so her work is very sculptural. That's very different about it.
接下来我想要介绍几位是我认为就是很棒的艺术家，然后他们的作品也影响我很深。那你们现在所看到的这一位是一个英国的 based in UK。
She's in Brussels right now, so in Belgium, yeah.
哦，她是目前是在 Brussels， 但是她是 British artist。
I think she's born there, but she moved when she was very young. Yeah.
那他的作品其实是跟灯光有很大的一个关系。那他其实是比较是在于灯光雕塑的这个部分。
Okay. And here you can see work where she literally uses very reflective surfaces as on its own. So it's all very monumental, and this is also fragmented because it's literally broken.
那他这件作品其实是用一个
Yes, it's a kind of but it's special glass, of course, because of the coloring. It's almost iridescent.
OK， 那你现在所看到是它其实是就是这一片它其实是一个破碎的这个玻璃，那它上面其实会反射到就是前面的这个影像。
Yeah, so the color is embedded, so it's a certain way of treating the glass. I'm not sure what the name of the material is, but it literally, so depending on where your perspective, so where you are in this space, the image is changing. So you're really being invited to walk around it instead of looking at it from one point.
那这个玻璃其实它本身的上面其实它就有一些不同的这个颜色。那人在这件作品前面走的时候，其实你所看到的它反射的影像其实是非常是不一样的。所以在这件装置作品的前面，其实这位艺术家他是非常希望大家能够在周边的这个展览空间里面去走动。
Okay, I think I have. Yeah, here you see the same work, but as you can see already from different angles, and you can also see that it leaves the color on the wall.
这个是同一件作品，那是不同的拍摄的角度。那你可以看到，其实这个玻璃它的颜色也反射在墙上。
Yeah. Okay. And this is a work of hers as well, and it's I think the title is Tropical Paradise, and it's the material that she put through kind of gold treatment, so like the surface gold, but the material is being used as most simple shelter roofs. So it's the contradiction of the two, layering it in gold and the shelter rooftop that is. Yeah, so it's not pure gold. It's just on top. Yeah, leaf. How do you call it? Leaf, gold. Yeah. Yeah, it's just so you can almost paint the gold over it, but the material itself is just the most simple shelter roof.
你看到他同一个艺术家，但他这件作品的那个这个媒材其实是来自于就是我们在屋子上面都会有的那个有点像是遮光遮罩那种东西，然后他把这个金色的，就是这种金的这个颜料，然后把它涂在这个看似单纯的这个材料上面。
Okay, and then. The final one I find really interesting because it's a very two-dimensional surface. It's a newspaper. Sue, I think her work was shown in the Biennale in Venice in 2013. And she replaced all the images of the newspaper with her own collection of images of mostly surfaces, of literally and I will show you how that. So this is also water.
这件作品是这是我觉得非常有趣的一个作品。它其实是一件就是看起来是平面的作品。那它曾经在2014年的威尼斯双年展展出。那这一位艺术家他转化了就是报纸上面的这个图片的那个部分。
And an image of the installation, so they're all laying on the ground with different materials to keep them there. Quite rough installation, and the light is of course important to illuminate it.
So the material on top was her collection.
Yeah, they're all. So these are stones, mostly stones, and left papers, I think. Yeah.
那这位艺术家他就是这是他作品装置的这个方式。那你可以看到，其实他是把就是石头或者是一些碎纸，然后把它放在那个报纸的影像的那个图片的部分上面。
So here is of course a combination of starting to read the articles, if possible, depending on where you're standing at that point, and her adjustments of replacing all the images.
那所以在这件作品当中，就是当观者去看这件作品的时候，他们会开始去阅读那个报纸上面的这些文字。那在阅读的同时，他也会同时也会看到，就是这个报纸上面的图像其实是经过艺术家转换过后的图像，或是调整过后的图像。
So these were the slides I had for today, I think. Oh, there's one more. That's a bit more from the back.
这个是更往后退所拍摄的照片。
And I think it might be interesting to adjust a little bit on. You already mentioned that Shenxing and we met each other at the Slade. I graduated 1 year after, and we worked together and we kind of help each other making the work. And I'm very much interested in in my work, how to use the new kind of light source as the screen, and also design elements in my work that are very important. So it's always the tension between designing and more personal aspects within the work.
就像我们刚刚讲到，其实May 跟沈星他们都是在Slide Institute 毕业的。那May 其实是晚了沈星一届。那在他的这个作品里面，其实大部分的这个方向都是在探索，就是我们刚刚所看到的这种物质的这个表象性。那很多时候他其实是希望能够更深入的去翻转或者是理解，就是这些表象底下的一些样貌。
And it has been a really interesting timing to be here because of the Biennale, and I have been visiting, for example, Bamboo Curtain Studio just because I, wanted to look more into sustainability, and I felt like going around in Taipei has been very opening. Like it's very interesting how easy it is to start talking with people, although my Chinese is still not good at all. So yeah.
那他就是很开心这一次能够来台湾做这个进驻计划。那他其实去了非常多地方，他也觉得就是这些地方其实在台北的交通上面其实都是很容易抵达的。那比如说他也去了竹围工作室，因为竹围工作室那边其实在这几年一直在发展有关于这个永续性的这种概念。那他也去了台北双年展，然后拜访了一些其他不同的地方，拜访了不同的人。
Yeah, I think did we miss anything? Yeah, it has been. I mean, it's always interesting when you're talking and there is no interaction because, of course, we're also broadcasting it. But it might be interesting to open up from here, if that's okay.
Yeah, well, maybe we can open up some questions if people want
Yeah,
to
if they want
say
to,
something.
Yeah.
就是看看大家有没有什么
And
问
it's
题。
Mooncake Festival, so it wasn't the best day.
其实我自己会觉得非常有趣的一点，除了May自己本身的这个作品之外，其实我刚刚有提到他跟沈星之间的这个合作，其实通常一般来讲，对于我们通常一般想象的这种艺术家的组合，在合作的这种过程里面，它比较会像是2个人共同发展一个计划，或者是就是共同发展一件作品。可是这一次他们针对就是我们或者是说，其实这是延续他们过去一直以来的这种合作方式，也就是说，其实他们其实是透过某一种交工的方法，就像我刚刚讲到的，也就是说，今天比如说是以沈星跟May的这种合作来说的话呢，还是会以各自的这种作品为主，然后另外一方就协助有点像是贡献自己的专长，然后协助另外一方去发展创作。那比如说以这一次的这个计划来讲的话，沈星他会发展的比较多的是有关于作品的主要的概念跟叙事，以及他所关照的这个议题。那这个议题可能会是比较社会性的议题，它一直是沈星的作品在关照的面向。那May这边所贡献的或者是所帮忙的，其实就是在于美学的这种部分。那美学的这种协助其实来自于，比如说影像的这个拍摄本身，或者是一直到最后作品的这种呈现方式。那其实这个是他们之间合作的这个方法，但是在这样子的一个组合里面，他们各自还是有各自自己作品脉络里面所持续发展跟关照的面向。那今天下午其实有跟他们聊了一下，就是其实像他们这样子的一个合作方式，不只是他们2个人，而是他们从学校毕业了之后，其实因为通常大家要做作品的时候，其实很难找到足够的funding，或者是他没有办法在等funding下来之后才开始进行，所以他们就发展出一套自己的交工方式。那这里面可能有4、5个人或5、6个人，不一定是固定的组合吧，对不对？对，那双方可能就协助对方，就是贡献自己的专长来协助对方。那所以有可能是沈星会帮助May去发展，就是比如说计划的整体性，或者是做某一些文字的书写，或者甚至是他们跟别人合作方式可能是以翻译的这种交工方式，那别人可能会协助，比如说音乐的制作等等。所以这个其实是跟我觉得有一点像是之前我们在台南讨论到的这种，就是交工的方法，或者是有点像是之前比如说万德男孩他们在合作的过程当中，就是他们其实自己也有就是作品的这种发展方式。所以我觉得这个其实也是有趣的一个部分。那大家有没有什么问题要回应的，或者是有没有什么想要就是问一下的？
So far, I have had it out of the package for 2 weeks, and it's still okay, so it's not molded or... but I'm thinking of using it as a kind of division between works, or to project through, or so I'm trying to test it if it's suitable as a paper. It's very delicate, but if you treat it well, it's okay. Yeah. But again, it's very small pieces. So in this case, you have to figure out where to produce it. If you can, get it on a larger scale, or make it yourself, probably.
他说已经拿出来2个礼拜了吗？已经拿出来2个礼拜了，还是 still OK？ 这我们到底平常吃了什么东西？对，但是他也还在实验，因为其实他是说，就是它的尺寸其实蛮小的，而且它蛮精致，对，感觉蛮薄的。对啊，很可惜没有看到照片，所以他也还在思考，就是这东西，就是它可以做什么样子的呈现，对。
And there's also another reason for me considering this, because over the years, especially after finishing a master degree, you collect so many materials that are all artificial, quite heavy and hard materials, where to store them, or even when somebody buys the work, it's quite hard to maintain, so you have to be always very careful. So when you want to show a work, sometimes it's worth it that you can install it quickly and deinstall it quickly without losing too much material. So it's not a bad thing when you lose the materials.
其实，在呈现或者在探索这些材料的时候，该如何收藏它们，其实也是一个蛮大的问题。那所以在他作品里面，他在呈现这些媒材的时候，其实最方便的当然就是找寻一些特定的媒材，它是可以很快的被装置出来，然后它在结束之后也可以很快的，就是把它们收起来这样子。
And you see that work is digitally changing a lot, or there's different ways of looking at the work. But if you look at the space and lots of artworks installed, then there's still a massive amount of materials and a massive amount of waste. So of course, there are designers and artists all developing new ways of working, but still the kind of way of looking at art is very product orientated. So most of the time you always have a solid shape that you buy, or that yeah.
他说，但是因为就是
So in like sculpture, it's still a solid material. So when a collector buys a sculpture, it's something that takes a lot of space, and it costs a certain amount of money to produce it. And after that, you still have the work. But I'm looking into the way of having a piece that is temporarily there, and after that, you're not having a work that you have to store or that's being sold. It's something that you install. Yeah.
他说，就是比如说像以一般雕塑的作品来讲，就是艺术家花了很多钱，然后很多时间去创造那一件作品。那当就是收藏家买了之后，其实那件作品它就是很大，然后它可以存在很久。但其实他在探索一种方式，是它可以很快的被收纳，它不是一个很大型的一个装置。那就是以收藏的概念来讲，它是很小，但它是可以被收藏的。然后它。So do you want to talk about the way how you sell the work for this cell phone?
Yeah, yeah, that's one example. So the disambiguation image, the phone and the C print, so the darkroom print. It's a work that you receive the image, of course, digitally, just by email or any other way. And the analog C print you receive by mail, post. So it's kind of traditional and more using digital media, and the both make the work. So it's something you have to install yourself.
比如说，就是以刚刚的那个收藏的概念来讲，他刚刚有就是Do you want to show the work?
Yeah, of course.
他刚刚有一件作品是有一个电话，有一支那个电话手机，然后他另外一个是一个过曝的一张照片。那他贩售这一件作品的方式，就是他会把就是上面的这个影像，就是手机上面的这个影像，用 email 的方式发给收藏家。然后他再把那个过曝的这一个照片用邮寄的方式寄给收藏家，所以这个收藏家他就可以在自己的电话里面去做这样子一件作品的展示。所以这就是回应到刚刚他讲到的那个作品的量体跟他收藏的这种方式，他想要就是挑战或者是他想要尝试的这个部分。
And in a way, like being in Taipei, also when you're somewhere else doing a residency, there are different ways how you can approach it. And I decided to continue working on what I'm working, but learn from materials, or learn from how people are working with certain materials, how they use their phones, how they do things, to look at that instead of documentation of things.
他说，其实他在不同的这种驻村的地方，他其实比如说他这一次来到台湾，他选择还是依循他过去的这个作品的脉络，在这里做一些探索。那所以针对材质，他进行了一些探索。那另外还有就是他也观察，比如说当地的人怎么样使用手机，然后观察一些当地我们跟媒材或者是影像互动的这种方式。那他并没有很急着要把这些东西做某一种档案化，或者是做某种展示，而是会不断的持续的在观察。
谢谢。So you have to talk so much for me. Yeah.
还有没有什么问题想要回应？
没有，因为他的作品的话，有，因为我觉得看他的作品就是有两个面向啦。然后第一个就是当然是影像的东西，然后就是说影像它在不同的材质里面，它有可以做出怎样的一个变化。然后另外一个就是说，原本的很像，就是说，比方说亚克力或者是其他的一些材质的东西，像雕塑的一些状态的话，它当然也因为这样的影像去受到了一点去呈现了另外一种空间的一个状态嘛。然后我其实就很想知道说，那以他自己来说，他如何看待影像跟雕塑之间的关系？因为我会觉得就是说他的作品里面，我同时可以看到这两个媒材，不管是影片也好，照片也好，它其实两个都是有交互的一个关系的这样子。然后我就可能是想说，他如何看待这两个媒材之间的关系，或者是说他自己的养成背景的话，他是怎么样去看 photography 或者是 video 这样子的一个东西这样子。
He said that, no, I translate for you. He said that he can see two main elements in your work. The first one is video or images. Yeah, so that's one of the main elements in your work, and also how this video and images produce a sensibility, a sense of space on site. But the other important element is the sculpture look of the, for example, acrylic make. Sculptural shape. So and also you try to create a sense of space and sensibility through the interact of these two elements. And he's asking that from your background, how do you see photography or images and the relationship with sculpture? How do you see the relationship between these two?
Okay, we'll try to combine all the elements that you described, because that's quite interesting. My background is photography, so I studied photography. So that's something that you definitely can see. I'm very interested in two-dimensional, not so much like I started with painting, went into photography. But there's something about experiencing an image that for me is very important. So photography, of course, is used for documentation a lot, whereas for me it's very important to experience in the ways of looking. You can look at digital image, but also how we look at surroundings, but more in a direct way. So I got really stuck in photography, especially because it's so framed. And it's very much about the analyzing of it, because you can't refer to it with your body or with light. So the struggle with photography is definitely something that's important. So yeah.
他其实他的背景是来自于就是photography，然后他其实是从绘画，然后进入到摄影。那所以其实他有很多的思考都是来自于摄影，以及就是摄影所框架出来的那个画面本身这样。但是其实他也感受到摄影里面其实有很多的，他用的字是挣扎，就是说比如说像灯光，比如说光线的部分。
Yeah, so the light is something that, of course, is being added as well. So it's photography, light, and sculpture. But for me, I moved away from photography because in photography you only have a flat depth of field, whereas when you start to work with sculptures, you literally have a depth of field. Yeah. Sorry.
I'll forget. 他说，但是就是其实他对于摄影本身其实有很多的想法上面的挣扎，因为其实摄影它是一个平面的一个状态，那雕塑的话，其实它是一个立体的状态，所以他从摄影来思考雕塑，其实是一个进入的一个过程。
Yeah, so you can experience it more instead of looking at a flat surface.
所以在这样子的状态里面，就是那个经验性其实是比起摄影来讲，其实是更强大的。
Yeah, and the sculptural element is only since like 3 years, I think. So that's quite short.
所以他3年前才开始发展这种就是雕塑作品。
And the final thing I can add is that I find it very interesting when you use very modest means to install the work. So yes, it's sculptural, but it needs to be light and two-dimensional. So most of the sculptural elements I use are two-dimensional, becoming three-dimensional.
但是有趣的是，当他在使用这些就是所谓雕塑的这种状态的时候，当他在发展这种雕塑状态的时候，其实他们还是从平面的这种状态去发展的，所以他们其实到最后还是，其实他们还是一个平面的一个状态。
Yeah. Did that answer it? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you. 谢谢。
好，那我们今天我们就先到这边。好，谢谢大家。
谢谢。